Alrighty tighty then, just a very quick pit stop here. Set sail again immediately because it's literally a quick pit stop. I just needed somewhere to pull in. Start that off.
After 80 yards, bear right.
You're currently joining us at Lancaster Forton Services. Hello, how's it going? You alright? Yeah, we're currently at Lancaster Forton Services. And we're going to be heading down to down the M6 to Wigan, basically. I've been up Scotland this morning to a place to the side of Falkirk, Grangemouth, that way on Mirrors, and I then tipped that. Then went down to Lycurby to reload. Same trailer, just reloaded, and I have got a load on for a place in Coventry. Now I think I've been to this place in Coventry before. I'm not 100% sure. If it's not the same place, I've been somewhere just round the corner. Mirrors as we're joining the motorway. Signals on now already. Mirrors again. Mirrors. Everybody's moving over for us. Very kind of them. They must have knew who was coming. Mirrors. Signals off. Progress. Yeah, we're loaded for Coventry now. I've only got 2 hours and 51 minutes left drive time before I have to take a minimum of 9 hours. We're going to end up going into 15 here because I started at 10 to, I think it was about 10 to 6 this morning. Call it maybe 6 o'clock and put my card in. It's now 6:05, so I've already done 12 hours. Now I'm mindful here, I don't really like going into 15s, and if I do go into a 15, I always want to justify it by running an hour down the road, which I don't mind here because I'm getting paid for it, do you know what I mean? But I'm also mindful now that I'm not at Jenkins, so I can't run it on from here to get down to like Runcorn Depot, do you know what I mean? I can't park anywhere around there now. I could perhaps park it outside at Runcorn Depot at Jenkins, but it's taking the piss a bit, isn't it, do you know what I mean? So I think what I've decided to do is I'm going to run it down to Wigan. I'll probably end up in a 15, but it is what it is. I'm going to run down to Wigan. Now there's a choice of different places I can park in Wigan. I've parked there many times. I'm from Wigan originally, so I pretty much know the town like the back of my hand, to be honest. But I've got quite a few choices around Wigan where I can park. But there's one place I'm going to park at. Just outside of Orrell, Pemberton. Fingers crossed we can get down there in 50 minutes. Well, I'm not bothered. Whenever we get down there, we get down there. But that's the plan of action. I probably will take the 9 hours off because I want to get down through Birmingham before 8 o'clock in the morning. I've got this load's booked in between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. tomorrow at Coventry. So we'll be down there well before that. If I can get parked up just after 7, 9 hours off, so call it 7 o'clock, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 hours from 7 is 4, isn't it? If I get up about 4 o'clock, set sail just after, 4:15, which means I'm going to be down through Birmingham before 7 o'clock, before 8 o'clock in the morning, which is ideal. It's junction 3 I want, the M6. So I don't like going through Birmingham 7, 8 o'clock, it's horrendous. But, I mean, it's bad no matter what time you go through there. It's always between junctions 10 to 10 to about 6, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But anyway, we'll cross that bridge tomorrow. You probably won't see this video until tomorrow because I don't like advertising where I'm parking the same night. I don't park in Wigan often, by the way. It's only every now and again I'm passing through Wigan and I think, I'll stop there. Do you know what I mean? But like I say, I've got a choice of different places I can go to in Wigan. But it might be busy when I get down there. Triangle of Alp, basically. Triangle of Alp Industrial Estate. It might be really busy when I get down there. Sometimes is. And if that's the case, we'll push on and we'll go down in towards Wigan Town Centre. Or I might just go to Wigan Town Centre yet, I don't know, until I get there. But either way, that's where we're going. So I hope you've had a great weekend. rain's on and off here. Road conditions are dry at the moment, but the rain is on and off. It's not been the best of days weather-wise. You know, just it's still warm and humid. It's just the weather. It's the rain. It's on and off all the time. It's tepid. Weekend-wise, didn't get up to much myself. Just went out with dogs for a walk. That's about it. Pretty boring, really. Just mundane routine. You know what I mean? I have been trying to save up. I mean, own your own house, they said. You know, get your own house, it'll be great. You never actually own your own house, you just got a 20-year noose stone around your neck. I think I've still got 18 years left on mine mortgage. But the thing about renting, when I was in a housing association renting, is anything needed doing, you just rang people up and they come round and fixed it. Christ, it's hard work now, is it? You're so-called a homeowner. It's not my home, it's the bank's house for another 18 years. But my windowsills are knackered on back at the house, the old sandstone sills. I'm sure Cat's made it worse. Cat keeps going out through bedroom window and jumping onto bloody kitchen annex extension thing there, but it scratched for to get back in through the same window. Well, they were already coming loose, all the windowsills. The cat scratching, there's just big chunks of lumps come off the bloody things. Anyway, I finally managed to get a fella to come round, somebody who'll commit, because we've had builders round and they get on your tits, some of them. They promise you world, they're the best thing since sliced bread when they come round, and you just don't hear back from them, or they think, oh, that's a ball ache of a job, I'll need scaffolding for that, I can't be arsed, and they just bug you off. Anyway, I finally got a man to commit a couple of weeks ago, and he's given us a price which we're happy with. He's ordered the sandstone windowsills. So I thought, rather than just replace the two, I might as well get all four replaced at the back, because the other two, well, there's more windowsills at the back. I think we've 7 altogether. 3 of them are alright, but 4 on the back. Two definitely are about fucked and they won't done, and the other 2 could do with replacing as well, so I just said replace all 4, so it's worth his while doing the job. There's 2 of them coming round to do it. So he's ordered them and whatnot, so they're going to take a few weeks. So I've been trying to save some money up. So every time I get some money saved up, something else happens and it costs a bloody fortune again. You know, it is what it is, isn't it? So that's been my priority these last few weeks, is saving up to get my bloody windowsills replaced on the house. Own your own home, they said, it'll be great. It's not great, it's one thing after another. Well, it's part of life, do you know what I mean? My priorities are different. Gone are the days for me now of going out and getting pissed up and all that. I've got a wife, I've got priorities. She is my priority, to be honest. And she works, don't get me wrong, we're both working. But it's just, the cost of living is what it is, so you've got to just grit your teeth and fucking bear it, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? There's nothing you can do about it for the time being. But life's alright, I'm enjoying mundane life, I really am. I'm still not smoking, by the way, it's week 2. It's been a few times I've thought about caving in and buying some cigs, but I haven't done. Today's week 2. I'm not going to have a cigarette, because if I do, I'll just undo all the work that I've done last week and be back to square one again, so I'm not bothering. And yeah, it is what it is. I'm just a regular, average, middle-aged man these days. And I'm happy with me lot, I really am. I'm bald, more than a tad rotund. I'm very happy with me lot. Never thought I would be, but I am. So I'm not keen on the look of these black clouds again. I think it's going to rain again very shortly. So we're constantly checking mirrors, by the way. So what I tend to do when I do these videos, I tend to set off the camera just set it rolling. I mean, I might get an hour's video out of this. You might not see the entire video, because if I can pick up some little pointers along the way, like, you know, straddling a lane to make a tight turn in at a traffic light or something, I'll choose to edit that down and clip that instead. And I think the shorter clips do seem to get the better views, to be honest. I mean, it's not all about views, of course it's not. But the shorter clip videos seem to get more views. I don't think people like sitting through these for an hour. It's a catch-22. You can't just, you know, unless I've got a remote control for flick it on at certain points, you've got to do an hour's long video and then just check bits and bats out of it, you know what I mean? And that's what I tend to do. So maybe you won't see any of this until we're coming off the motorway. I don't know yet. Border Ags. I met up with a good pal of mine actually this morning at Hamilton Services called Clive. He doesn't watch this, but if you do watch it, hello my friend, how are you doing? Yeah, I met up with a pal of mine. He used to work at Jenkins with me. He was on the same sheet as me, was Clive. He lives at T-Bay, was Clive. Good bloke. Been driving. Oh, he must have been driving coming up 40 years. Good fella. Nice chap, Clive. And we still keep in touch. I mean, he's been left Yankees over a year now. He went to Border Ags on Tipper. And he rang us up before. He said, "Is that you? I've just passed going up to you, coming down south." I said, "No, mate." I said, "Where are you?" He said, "Oh, I said, "No." I said, "Believe it or not, I'm only about 4 miles behind you, Clive." "Oh, well, I'm stopping at Hamilton Services. Do you want a brew?" I said, "I'll pull in." I said, "I'm only about 4 miles." I said, "In fact, I can see lad now. He's just coming past me." I said, "He's empty. I'm loaded for Falkirk." So anyway, I went in and I called in at Hamilton and I had a brew with him. Oh, whilst I'm at it as well, hello Derek, biker trucker. Biker trucker's been on earlier on my last video and I was acting prick about back in there. Apparently Derek saw me leaving yard at Lockerbie this afternoon. I do apologise, Derek, I didn't see you, mate. But if the nameplate said Babs in the windscreen, it was definitely me. So yeah, I do apologise, Derek, I didn't see you. Apparently he come past me on the estate at Lockerbie there and flashed at me. I'm pipped and I'm totally oblivious, mate. If I'd have known it was you, I'd have stopped and we could have had crack for 10 minutes, mate. I hope you're well, Derek. Again, you might not see this bit, I don't know yet. I'll try and give him a mention after as well, just in case I clip this video and you don't see any of this. Ba 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 ba, stinking rum, shoo shoo. So yeah, as I've said before on a previous video, and I put on this afternoon, I'm very shocked and very humbled at the fact that one of my videos, well, it's just a 4-minute bit of an hour-long video that I clipped out. And I clipped it and put it online last week. The full video's still on there. The video in question is, this is why, you know, Arctic truck drivers get paid 50 grand a year. It's had about 123,000 views or something altogether now. Which I'm quite surprised and amazed about. It's not all about views, but it's pretty much going viral, that video, and it's still rising. So I'm very happy with that. There's been some interesting comments and debates on it. I knew full well when I titled the video the way I did, I was going to get some debates. But the full video, if you'd like to see the full video, then it's called the Forth Road Bridge. Just look on my channel for, I think it's POV Truck Driving UK, the Forth Road Bridge, Scotland. That's the full video. It's about 1 hour and 5 minutes long. And that 4-minute clip, what you've seen, is just out of that video. So if you want to watch the full one, then that's where it is on my channel. The full video's had about, I don't know, 1,000 views or something, I'm not sure. Some mirrors. We're coming into 4-lane traffic now. We're going to come over to lane 1, mirrors. Signals on. We're going to drop down the hill at Tickle Trout. Then climb back up it again, come back over, and we're going to be coming off the motorway at junction 26 for Oral at Wigan. Or Wigan. And we're I'm going to get parked up. Hopefully get parked up for about 7 o'clock, which will just tide me over nicely because I normally ring my wife at 7 o'clock. Or, you know, it's between 7 and past anyway. So I am starting really settling into this job now. This is week 6. I've been here 6 weeks. Well, this is my 6th week. So I've been here over a month now, and I'm settling into it. I'm settling in well. I'm settling in well to this truck as well. I'm getting really used to driving this truck now. And this is actually a pleasure to drive this DAF. It's a 530, an XF, and it is. It's a pleasure to drive. It's alright. There's certain bits I'm not overly keen on, like levelling the air and that when you're fully loaded. It's niggly compared to Scania. There's a knack to doing it, but it's a pain in the arse compared to Scania. It's a completely different truck to the Scania I had. But no, it is actually a pleasure to drive, and I'm enjoying driving it. And I'm actually starting to settle in and enjoy working at this company as well. So who knows, when my 3 months are up, if they're happy with me and I'm happy to stay, perhaps I will do. It's looking promising at the moment. If not, then we'll move on to somewhere else. But it's looking good at the moment anyway. It never feels like work if you enjoy what you do, does it? I've no doubt it's going to be awful in winter, this job. It'll be absolutely diabolical in winter going onto some of these building sites. It'll be absolute shitholes and mud baths. So it'll not be sexy in winter. Well, then Jenkies weren't sexy in winter, do you know what I mean? Mirrors. We're going to drop down now through Tickletrout and then climb up the other side. Mirrors, we're braking up in front. It's just... Actually, we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in front braking as well, lane 1. Just bunching up ever so slightly. 6 in front's now coming across to lane 2. Him up in front in silver cars just braking. I've no gas, I'm just rolling down here. So just rolling down, letting gravity take its course, just tickling and fettling. Bit of exhaust brake now, just keep that speed down. Just starting creeping up now to 57, 58. You don't have long on these DAFs though. If you keep it at 57, 58 for too long, on the Scania you'd get like a pre-warning. It'd come up on the dashboard with a little T-bar to give you a pre-warning to cut your speed down. You don't with this, it just straight away, boom, over speed. Which I can't get my head around because by law I'm allowed to do 60 mile an hour in this truck on a motorway. In England and Wales and Scotland as well on a motorway. But the limit is set at 56, so if I go above 56 and sit at 57 for too long, the truck will register me as an overspeed. And technically I've not broke any law. It's just the way the limit is set. So just mirrors, I'm just mindful now, just looking over here in my mirrors. There's nothing joining. Mirrors. As we climb up this hill, we're going to have to come across to lane 2 of 4 because this one and another one in a minute will go off onto the M61. So mirrors. Not going to come over just yet. Mirrors. We'll start indicating now we want over because we don't want to end up in that lane, in this lane what we're in. Mirrors. So we're now in lane 2 of 4, which will become 1 of 3 shortly. Because that one and part of this one shortly will bugger off for M61. Manchester, la la la. Some mirrors. I must admit, I've passed. I think I've passed 2 or 3 Jenkins trucks since we've been recording on this video now. They go in the opposite direction. I must admit, I've kind of lost interest now in looking over as to who's driving the truck. Do I know the driver? Do you know what I mean? It's kind of lost combat now. I haven't worked for Jenkins for about 7 weeks now, so coming on not far off 2 months. So I think that's gone now. Really, I think it has. When I first started here, the first week, I was flashing at Jenkins trucks and waving at them. It was a force of habit. And you can see the driver slowing down and flashing back at me, waving, thinking it was the speed camera up there. It took me a few days for I think, oh shit, that's what I'm actually doing here. I don't work at Jenkins anymore. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a force of habit, wasn't it? Well, that's gone now. I've stopped doing that. So mirrors. Now in lane 1 of 3. Like I said, this one will. That one and part of this one shoot off now for 61. Just holding our course, just steady heading well. Mirrors. Mirrors. Matrix signs are out telling us that the M65 has a problem with a 20-minute delay. It's no effect to us, we're not going on the M65. Junction 7 to 9, so there's a 20-minute delay there. No issue to us, we're continuing on south on the M6. But we are going to be coming off at Wigan. I've made my mind up. We're going to be stopping at Wigan tonight. I don't fancy running on for another hour. I've nowhere really to run on to, do you know what I mean? If I was still working at Jenkins, I'd run on to Runcorn Depot and park there for now, but I can't do that anymore with these lot. And yeah, it's hit and miss whether you can park up outside at Runcorn Depot, but it's hit and miss whether you'll get parked up. There's always somebody else parked up on that industrial estate, and it's not the biggest of estates, do you know what I mean? And if you can't park in Jenkins' yard, job's fucked, isn't it? Riding along in my automobile. So I have 2.5 hours left to play with drive time, but I don't fancy stopping at the services, to be honest. I'm not paying for staying at services. I don't want to pay to stay at services. So I've kind of got my mind set on Wigan. So I started at, I was in the yard at 10 to 6 this morning. So I've started at 6 o'clock. I've already done 12.5 hours now. It's just coming up 27 minutes past 6. So it's just coming up on 6:30. So I've already done 12.5 hours now. So I get pulled up. I can get pulled up in the next half an hour. I should be alright. Stiggity diggity diggity do, nickety nighty knockety do. Just at 28 now for Leyland. I'll get pulled up in next half an hour. I'll manage to pull up in a 13. Means I can technically have 11 off. I can have as long as I bloody want off, to be honest. It's just I don't want to catch all that traffic at Birmingham. The mirrors. So M6 23 to 22, there you go, night closures. That's not sexy. The 23 is Haydock. That's not a good sign, 23 to 22. That's Haydock to what's it called? To the side of Warrington, I can't mind out what it's called. Haydock to the side of Warrington. You coming northbound, you come up and you turn right. You can go left for Warrington one way, turn right for like Winnick and down there. It ends up fetching you out at these Lancs. Can't mind out what it's called. But anyway, that's where it is. Not Haydock, to the side of here. That's 23. mirrors. Mirror on the bathroom, ticky rotten swiney shoe, people on my day, dumpy 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 bread door. Do like them, me. I think it's a Passat estate. I like them. I really do like them. Volkswagen. Volkswagen. Passata. Passata, Passata, Passito, Passo. I do like Volkswagens, I really do. I've had two Volkswagen Golfs, and I've really enjoyed both of them. Second one was a nippy little bugger. It was a 1.9 TDI. It was a nippy little bugger, that. Till I blew frigging turbo on it. No, boy racing, it just went on me. I just running in about 50 mile an hour. Boom, it blew on me. I knew straight away what it was when it went. Got rid of it not long after. Yeah, but it was a nippy little bugger, that. I'd have another Golf, I would. I do like VW Golfs. So I don't know whether I'll post this full video or not. I might just clip and edit it down. We've passed Leyland, so the next port of call for us now, approaching, will be Charnock Richards services. And I think this will be, I think this will make a decent little start for a video. So hello there, how's it going? You alright? You're joining us here on the M6 motorway, M6 southbound. We are heading to Coventry, but I've decided that I'm going to be pulling off at Wigan for the night, my old stomping ground. Now I do know the town like the back of my hand. I spent 41 years of my life on and off in Wigan. So you could say I know it pretty well. I don't live in Wigan anymore. I live in Carlisle in Cumbria. But, well, at weekends I do. During the week I live in a tin box, i.e. one of these things. Because I am a tramper. So I've decided that we're not going to bother running into a 15. This load that I've got on for Coventry tomorrow, I'm not in a hurry to get there. I'm booked in between 8 o'clock and 2 PM. So as long as I get there for about 8 o'clock or just after, I should be alright. Time now is just coming up to 25 to 7 of an evening. So I've kind of had enough for today. I'm going to find somewhere to park up. Now I don't park at Wigan often. I don't. It's very, 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 very rare that I park up in Wigan. But if I decide to, I always know a few places to go to, a few little spots. So hopefully I'm going to go to a place, just mirrors, just mindful of this guy coming back in. He's just about past us right enough, so we're flashing back in now. Also mindful now of vehicles leaving the services here. This is Charnock Richard services on left. So mindful, mirrors, just watching now as well, seeing if anything's coming down this slip road to get back on. There is a silver Vectra there. It's no bother to us. I can't come out into lane 2 because there's two vehicles overtaking me. There's a red car just going to come past me now and also a truck. We just held our course, Vectra's back on. It's now on motorway. Jobs are good, steady Eddie. Mirrors, truck's now going to come and overtake me. Red car's going to pull in on us, some mirrors. Signs out there for M6 22 to 21A road closures. That'll be at the night time, I think, so that's not handy. So what we can do there, I think tomorrow morning, if we're leaving early, we'll kind of we'll go towards Haydock and see if we can get on motorway there. We might have to go through towards Haydock and then come off towards, what's it call it, Winnick, to the place, to the side of Lee. I can't mind what it's called. If you come off at junction 22 going northbound, you turn right at roundabout at Slip Road, you end up coming through towards Winnick and that, and is it Winnick? I'm not sure. No, that's left for Winnick. You end up coming through towards the A580, towards Astley Green and bloody Atherton, Tilsley, that way on. Goulburn, that way on. Some mirrors. This is junction 27, Wigan Parkwell, just approaching. There's that Vectra, now joined in front of us. It's now put itself in front of us, should I say. So yeah, you probably won't see this video until tomorrow, because I don't like posting where I stay on the night. But it's very, very few and far between that I park at Wigan. It's literally is it once every blue moon. But I just don't see the point in running on further tonight, because if I do, I'll have to pay for services and that. And to be honest, you park in a service station, you don't get the best nights of sleep. It's just noisy all night. You cram right in against other trucks. As soon as you get out, it stinks of piss where people have been emptying the piss bottles left, right and centre. So services are not the best of places. They're noisy, with people coming in of a night time doing, you know, night drivers just parking up for 15 minutes or something and banging and slamming. They're not the best of places, services. I'm not right keen on them. I'd rather have a nice, quiet industrial estate or a lay-by any night of the week. Some mirrors. Boo, sneaky rotten swinging shoe, shiggity-boo, diddly-doo-doo, diddly-I-doo, top-ten. Some mirrors, I'm just mindful now, watching, seeing what's coming down this slip road. There is a vehicle right up yonder, it's nowhere near us. Where are they? Ideally, I could have done with running on to get past junction 22 and 21A to avoid these night closures. It's all this stretch of motorway actually, from 26 here at Orrell, 26 coming up, from 26 down to 21A and that. I do think that they're widening it all. I think they're going to. It's going to be a 4-lane motorway, and I think they're putting the smart cameras in. The average smart motorway thingamajig malarkeys. Mirrors, mindful, this white van here has pulled up its hazards on. Can't see the driver just yet. Oh yeah, I can. He's there sat on railings. Some mirrors, trucks coming overtaking us. So yeah, they've been on with it for quite a while, and they're doing a lot of night closures now to crack on with whatever gubbins they're doing, I don't know. So it can be a bit annoying because you've got to end up going through towards. You can go through towards towards Ashton and come on at 23. Or if it's closed from 23 to 22, you can go through towards Haydock and then down towards the East Lancs, and then make a right-hand turn. If you turn left for Goulburn, you turn right. You go down there, I can't mind on what it's called, the place. It's as if you're heading for Winnick. And another place. There's another place on left, I can't mind what it's called, it's a posh place. It's where them gangsters were, them gangsters from Manchester, the armed robbers and that, were shot with coppers on a car park there. I can't mind what it's called. But one of them was shot dead anyway, a few years ago. Can't mind on what place it comes, but anyway, that's over there. You then make a left-hand turn and at some traffic lights and go down, and it spits you back out onto M6 at junction 22 though. So you've got night closures everywhere though, 15 and 17 for July. There's night closures all over the place. But we're going to come off here at Wigan 26. Just coming into 50 mile an hour now, average speed camera. Some mirrors. We should be alright at this time of night traffic wise going through Pemberton and that. We'll see when we get up there. Like I said, this is not a regular stopper, man. It's just once in every blue moon when I'm passing. If I decide I don't want to run on for an hour, I'll find somewhere park in Wigan. But there's 4 or 5 different locations that I know quite well in Wigan. I mean, I know town like back of my hand. I spent 41 years of my life around here. Do you know what I mean? That's telling me there's a speed camera. There's quite a few of them actually. Some mirrors. We're not right keen on this dark cloud. It's just getting a little bits and bats of spitting of rain on windscreen now. It's gonna rain on and off throughout the night, I think, tonight. But it is what it is. Some mirrors. We're going to be exiting here. Signals on. I couldn't see the 300-yard marker, but I've just seen the 2 and the 1. So the 3 must have been covered up or it's been shifted or knocked off, I don't know. But mirrors. We are coming through temporary roadworks as well. Just start backing him off on exhaust brake. We want this outside lane here. The left-hand lane will take you onto the M58. We don't want that. Just mirrors. Just rolling him up. Still backing him off. There's no point braying on because we're going to come to a roundabout shortly. Mirrors. Just back him off again. Just mindful, mirrors, there is a van terracing up the inside of us now.
Go round the roundabout, 3rd exit.
So mirrors, again, we want this outside lane here. Mirrors. Lights are on green, there is lights at the other side. Expecting these lights to change any moment now. Mirrors. There you go. Signals on because we're coming off left here. Mirrors, 2 cars behind us. Lights have changed. Mirrors. That's a new bridge, that. Brand new bridge from when I was a kid. There used to be steps down there. Yeah, that's a new bridge. I think it's only been up a few years, that. There's always been a bridge across there. Used to be part of all cross country run running up the back of Orwell. So mirrors, we're going to go right at these traffic lights. Never mind what that says. Mirrors. Cars coming up the inside of it.
Turn
Right?
left.
Yeah, sadly I grew up round here. Well, I wouldn't say sadly, it was part of my youth. But yeah, I grew up round here. Never thought for a moment when I was a child, going to school round here, that I'd be driving an Arctic one day. But you never know how life's going to pan out, do you? Some mirrors, just mindful here, there's quite a few cars coming up the inside of us to turn left. We're not fussed about them, but we just want to take this just right so we don't clip this traffic light here. So we want to just mirrors and just head over towards this curve and then put turn on now. Bring it round nicely, just mirrors as we come round, just mindful, mirrors, mindful where Edward's going, nowhere near traffic at the other side, nicely within our lane, mirrors, progress, just mindful now, vans pulling out these side streets. So on the right hand side here was my old high school, Abraham Gas, mirrors just watching where this guy's going, it's now houses. The last time I came down here actually, they'd flattened all the school and they was just about to start looking at building some of these houses. That's now a housing estate. The show houses are all up. Mirrors, traffic's heavy. The show houses are all up there. There's still quite a few houses to be put on yet, and it's a nice little estate when it's done. Mirrors. I grew up round here, pal. So just hold it back here because you can see the traffic's heavy up there. There's a lot of traffic on the left parked up on the curb and I don't want to block the road, so we'll just hold it back, just for now. Mirrors. We've just got enough room here to come round in our lane and just avoid this traffic. Just mindful now, van coming towards me, followed by a second one. Just itching him up, just tickling and fettling, offering him up slowly. Mirrors. Just come past this traffic, just extra mindful because as soon as you touch this accelerator on the DAF, it tries to throw you on from a low speed. It's got a lot of power in it. So mirrors. Mirrors again. Mirrors, just mindful of this traffic parked on left here, see. Just come back in nicely. We're all good in the hood. I don't know why I said that, good in the hood. I don't know where that came from. So mirrors, just going to try and hold it back a little bit. There's nobody at these pedestrian crossings, but you never know. Somebody could pop up. Just rolling him on here now slowly because I don't want to block these junction off here, you see. This silver car might stuff us up here. I'm hoping to get out before it. There's a Peugeot coming from right wanting to turn left. If that had come out, it would have stuffed us up and we'd have blocked all that junction. So it's a bit selfish of me, I know, but I want to roll on and let it come behind me. Again, just a gentle squeeze of this accelerator because it'll try its best. You press it down hard, it'll rocket us on. And then it starts jerking you, do you know what I mean? More jerk than a packet of beef jerky. Mirrors, the Fisher Gate Inn. There used to be another pub on left on right hand side here. I think it was called the Miners Lamp or the Miners Arms, one or two. I remember it as a kid. I don't think I've ever been at Fishergate. I don't think I have. I can't mind on ever going for a drink at Fishergate. But I never really drank much round here after I'd left school because I moved away from Orrell when I was 18. So I never really boozed proper round here. I've been in Pemberton since and had a drink, of course I have. I've been into Swan here on bloody corner. But as far as I'm aware, I've never been at Fishergate. I think that's the only pub what's still going now at Fishergate. Well, and this one on right hand side in a minute. The Miners is gone, they built two houses on that. There was another pub here on left and I think it's a restaurant now. I can't mind on what this place was called. There was a pub here on left hand side in a second. And I think it's a restaurant now. Ken's Barber Shop in Side Street here. Yeah, this place, Divino, whatever it's called. That used to be a pub, and I can't remember what it was called. So just mirrors. But I did have a drink in there once. I remember boozing in there. But we'd been at White Swan across road here now, where traffic lights are. And I remember coming across there. Like I said, if you know, then tell me. Mirrors lights have changed. I remember that laundry there on the right hand side, and it's always been there. I remember as kids, 12, 13 year old, we used to go in there. The door was always open. It was one of them you could go in at any time at bloody neat till a certain time. I think somebody must have lived in flat upstairs. They'd come down and lock up at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. But we used to go in, and if you put 10 pence in or 20p at the time, you could turn dryers on and sit in dryer, and we used to take turns for see who could hold on longest. It's bloody stupid, isn't it, really? But you'd be burning your hands and feet going red in dryer. They were red hot. Some mirrors, just mindful, this white car's coming up, it's going to be looking at turning in front of us. Just mirrors, just mindful of it. Just roll it down here, no gas. Car parked up on left hand side, BMW, mirrors. We're going to have to come round it. It's parked on double yellows as well. No point twining at it, it is what it is. It'll be in little Tesco or whatever. So mirrors. So I'm going to try if I can and get it onto this industrial estate here at Triangular Valve. I said there's one of 5 places I can park in Wigan actually. Mirrors, mindful again here, just with this car. Just put a signal on, we'll come round it. It's not on double yellows, but it's parked in an awkward spot right onto the white zigzag thingy-majiggy malarkey. So if I can park it on here, I'll be alright. I have parked here before. It's a long time ago since I've parked on here. I don't come here that often. Some mirrors. We're going to go right at these traffic lights. Just put a signal on now, and now we know that we're in right lane, and everybody behind us knows we'll take signal off because we might think we're going to turn in there. We're going to be parking on back end of this Lidl if we can get on. Put signal back on now. This is going to be a tight turning. Just mindful, I'm taking up my entire lane here and a little bit at left hand lane at side of me. So the traffic behind me is wary of me. Some mirrors, lights are changing. Hopefully we'll get round here now. Lights are on staggered, so the next one's not going to come across just yet. Mirrors as we come round. We don't want this first turning, we want the next turning, which will take us at the back of the Lidl onto the Triangular Valve Industrial Estate. Some signals on mirrors. We might be alright here. There's nobody else parked on here now. Oh, there's one truck further down there, but it's no bother to us. So mirrors, we're going to have to turn round though. We don't park right outside that gate at Lidl because they do have night drivers. I've parked here before. They do have a night driver comes in, and it's a pain in the arse if you park too close to them. Either side of that gate, it's a pain in the arse for a night driver. So we'll go down here, we'll spin it round. There's only one way in and one way out of this industrial estate now. You used to be able to get out on the left, further down it used to take you out that way. Or you used to be able to get out at the top as well. It'd take you down either side of Pemberton, but you can't anymore. It's all changed, they put bollards on. That used to be, initially, this building on the left-hand side here was where I got my first job when I left school. Rathbones Bakery. Originally it was Rathbones. Kilshaw Street. They used to make cakes and barm cakes and buns and all that shit. Some mirrors. We'll just put hazards on because we're going to have to do a 3-point turn here, some mirrors. As I say, you used to be able to get out left and right, but you can't anymore. The road still goes up there, but you can't. There's a car now behind us which is going to stuff things up for us. Well, it's going to try to. So just mindful. Car's waiting at junction. somebody's parked a trailer further down on the left hand side, so I'm going to have to take up most of this space here over on my right hand side. Just thankful of this car here. Just let it come round. I don't know where it's going. There they go. Nice motor too. Right. Mindful. Mirrors. Nice wide swing now. Take us back up to start at Industrial Estate. So yeah, my first job when I left school was at Rathbones at Kilshaw Street here. This is Kilshaw Street. Triangle of Alva Industrial Estate. It was Rathbones for a long time, and then Yon Mon bought it, didn't he? For Pools's Pies, Dave Whelan. It was Pools's Pies for a long time. I don't know what it is now, by the looks of it, it's empty and derelict. But I had some good times working there, I did. Yeah, it looks pretty much vacant, empty and derelict now to me. But it was Pools's Pies for a while after Rathbones. No idea what goes on there now. Well, a lot of people work there. Anyway, mirrors, we're going to slot it in here for the night. I say you won't see this video until tomorrow, because I don't like publishing on the same night where I'm parking. But here now, as long as I don't park too close to this gate so this nightman can get in and do his deliveries, he's sweet as a nut here.
At the end of the road,
9
turn
times
left,
out of 10, he's
then
sweet as a nut
take
here,
the
there's no
second
minor
left.
at all. Everything's cameraed up. There's a chippy just round the corner here if I want anything. And that's it. Robert's your dad's brother, Fanny's your aunt, and this will be me for 9 hours. So, thank you very much for watching. I have been your old mate Borothea, and once again, you, my friend, have been beautiful. Yeah, I'll see you later. Ta-ra.